Well, hello here, Pastor Steve, and I want to give you an update on what's happening in Abundant Life. I'm standing here by the main entrance, and you're probably wondering, when are these doors right here going to open for physical attendance? And I know that's a big question that everybody's wanting to know. Definitely want to let you know we've been praying, and our board and myself have been working hard on that very subject, and you can see some things have changed just slightly. We're going to show you some of the things we've been working on in the building, but we've got some little placards here on each side of the door that say things like welcome back, and they also say things like we're going to respect each other with social distancing, and we're going to wash our hands, and we're going to sit together as families, and some of the expectations we have as we come back during this season. But let's come on in and show you a few of the things we've been working on here in the building. So this is certainly our foyer if you're not familiar with our church. And this back here is still the pile of things we have to install and work on, and some of the items for helping with sanitation, and some things aren't here yet. We have had some items back ordered for at least 6 weeks. But watch this fabulous thing. I'm pretty excited. Men's room. I'm not going to go to the bathroom, but the light comes on automatically. Check this out. Soap. Water, and paper towel. That may not thrill you, but that's pretty cool to me because we want to keep you safe. Oh, by the way, new trash can. We want to keep you safe. We want to keep you clean and healthy, and so we're working on a lot of updates here at Abundant Life to help you with that. And I'm going to head on into the cafe. And you can see right here, this is going to be one of our worship rooms, and we have a offering box right there, tithes and offerings. We have those in all the rooms that we're going to use for worship spaces. And one of the things we're working on, this is set up for a men's lunch and women's lunch for 6 feet spacing. So it's a lot of work around here, trying to figure things out and arrange our building and our property for you and for safety and for social distancing. So first of all, I want to say thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your generosity and giving. Thank you for your consistent attendance online. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Thank you for being good neighbors and good friends to the people around you. And God has helped us as a church and as a community. And as of yesterday, our governor lifted the shelter in place, and some things are starting to move ahead. So back to the question, what's happening at Abundant Life? So we've established a 3-phase re-entry plan. That seems to be the mode that most of us have to operate in, is some phasing in. The first phase is through this Sunday, June 7th. We will continue online only this Sunday morning, June 7th. Say, why, Pastor Steve? Because. You don't have to agree, but that's the decision our board and myself came up with. We're still working on our building. We're not ready, to be quite frank. And so we have a lot of work to do on the building to be ready for you, and to make sure we bring you into the building in a safe and healthy way. And so we're going to online only this Sunday, June 7th. But what I do want to invite you to is a prayer meeting in this building on this Sunday, June 7th at 7 p.m. June 7th at 7, prayer meeting. Our nation needs prayer. You know, all of the not only the COVID-19, but racial tensions and so many things going on in our nation. And what perfect timing as we prepare to re-enter our building and resume some of the things that we know and love. Let's enter it with prayer. And before that, from 6 to 7, we're going to have a training time because many things have changed. And so if you are an usher, a greeter, a welcome center helper, or if you work in the parking lot, anybody that helps with all of our upfront greeting, or if you would like to, because we could use more help because we're going to be using more rooms of the building. Ushers, greeters, welcome center, and parking lot. If you could come at 6, we want to do some training for you on kind of the new things we're doing and how to help people here at Abundant Life, how to greet and how to meet and how to help and how to serve. So that's from 6 to 7. Prayer, 7 p.m. in the building. That's your first chance to join us in the building. And we're going to pray over our building. We're going to pray over our community. We're going to pray over our nation. We're going to pray over all that's happening right now. And so that's this Sunday, 7 p.m. That's phase one. We'll continue our Wednesday by Zoom this Wednesday, which is the 3rd. And then we'll move into phase two starting Wednesday the 10th. We will allow folks in the building for Wednesday night. We will continue to Zoom. We will also be live in the building. So if you're a Wednesday night Bible study participant, this Wednesday, the 3rd, all Zoom. Next Wednesday, the 10th, we'll have both. Come in, join us live if you're not ready yet or you live a long ways away. Join us by Zoom on the 10th, and then we'll be open for business on Sunday, June 14th. We'll be embracing some new rules, which we have posted. We'll tell you more about, but things like sitting as a family, social distancing, 6 feet apart. We're going to refrain, and this is so un-Pentecostal, but we're going to refrain from personal, physical greetings like handshakes and hugs, and we're going to default to things like smiles and waves, just for a little while until we get the clear for other things. And so that's phase two, starting Wednesday the 10th and then Sunday the 14th. And then phase three will come down the road when we can no longer have to worry about social distancing and trusting that comes soon, and we can return to all the things we love about fellowship and being together. One other thing I want to say just before I wrap up today is one of the things that I love about our church, Abundant Life, is that I think we have a great reputation for being a loving, accepting, embracing church. And I just want that to continue, and I know it will. But I want to say there's some new circumstances and situations related to our return and to COVID-19. And that is the fact that many people, this affects differently, and our view is different, and our response is different. And that is okay. And we cannot take the position that maybe coming to church is a sign of faith or that staying home is a sign of no faith. We have to understand that people have different circumstances. People have different backgrounds. People have different family circumstances, home circumstances, job circumstances, health conditions, ages, and even just perspectives on how they approach health. And we want to allow people to have those different perspectives. You know, there's a term that's been common for a little while, is called body shaming. And it's the idea of talking negatively about physical attributes of you or of somebody else and kind of making fun or making them feel bad or making negative remarks of your own self. Well, I was thinking we might need a new term called COVID shaming. And we don't want that here. If somebody wants to wear a mask, they should be able to without being made fun of or stared at or talked about or poked fun at. And sometimes we think it's just in jest or it's just our friends, but we want to create a loving environment here where people feel comfortable keeping their distance, where people feel comfortable washing their hands, people feel comfortable with a mask on if they so choose. They're not required here, but they are optional. And if somebody wants to wear one, we want them to feel comfortable there. We want people to come and know this is a safe place where they're loved, they're welcomed, and where we can worship Jesus together. You know, John 13:34 and 35 said this, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this all men will know you're my disciples, if you love one another." So let's show love to each other by allowing people the freedom to walk through this season of crisis in the way they feel most comfortable. Let's embrace them and be thankful they're worshiping with us. And for those that want to stay home and continue to worship by video for a while, let's not shame them. That's okay. That's a valid way to worship the Lord. It's a valid choice of how to walk through this season. And I'm just thankful. We've had a tremendous increase in people watching online, and I love being in person. I think it's optimal. God designed us to be people that are social and to have fellowship. But as you walk through this season, if you choose to stay online for a while, we love you, and that's 100% okay. And we're going to continue that online ministry and see it even expand more. So God is good. And so we're going to review as the time comes, as we approach the 14th, some of those specific expectations. But just know the schedule one more time is that June 7th morning, online only. June 7th p.m., we are going to do training for all our workers of ushers, greeters, welcome center, and parking at 6. June 7th, prayer at 7 in the building. We'll turn the live stream on if you want to join by live stream as well. But in the building, June 7th at 7. Wednesday the 10th, in the building and live through Zoom. And then June 14th, we'll be open doors to those that are ready to worship in person. And of course, live stream on for everybody. Hey, God bless you. I love you. Keep praying for us. We got a lot of work yet ahead, and I cannot wait to start joining in person and seeing all of you, and it's going to be awesome. And be praying for our nation. It's a difficult time. There's a lot going on, and we need revival like never before. Hey, God bless you. Look forward to seeing you soon.